stream that now. You know, like I'm art. Leave me up to interpretation. That's not.
I like
So
it.
see how look I can make that into a conversation. So you can
She about
answer
to
it
trap
however
me,
you
bro. She about
want.
to trap.
We
I'm
are
not gonna out you. You don't out yourself.
Facts. All right, now we on the same.
we
page.
we into it. This is Bernie's View. I got best co-host in the world, my beautiful wife Amanda. Breeze Digital. If you don't know about him, crazy video director, music videos all over Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, all 5 boroughs. Hit him up. And my man Starter, pleasure to meet you. Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate
Today.
you, bro. Appreciate y'all
Thank you
having
for
me for real.
Yeah, so Starter, I was put on to you from, not gonna lie, the Staten Island Artist page.
Got you.
And I seen and the guy that runs that and shit I'm cool with. So we spoke about having you up here, and I was going through everything. I seen on Spotify you have your own page. You look up Starter, you there. And but also I seen recently you started something with Frankie Face, who's also he's also a Staten Islander.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
you yourself from Staten Island as well.
Yeah.
So you got 2 Staten Island guys that on their own path doing their own thing link up.
Yo.
So before we get into that, how'd you start rapping?
Shit, man. I started rapping when I was like 6, straight up. I didn't know they were parodies at the time, but I would just like make songs based off of, I was like the guy. I wanted to be an actor first, right? I had a big personality.
I could see that.
I was the only
I could
child
totally
at the
see
time.
that.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to be an actor. I do act, but like it really started with and then I just learned I want to be an entertainer in general. And when I really started to fall in love with music and just like listening to what my family was listening to, the car rides. Luckily, my mom was like the youngest mom out of the aunts, so I was getting jiggy music. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I was vibing, and I would just impersonate them, like try to match their voices, and then
That's how you learn.
that's
You
how
were
you
in
learn.
jams
Exactly.
like Frankie
you
Valli?
learn that. Yeah.
yeah,
That's why I learned cadence, different flows, different cadences. I was starting to realize how they were using their pockets. And at the time, I was like known for being funny. I had a big head, so I was like, I knew that once I was going to school, I was like, they coming for me, and I
was
was
like the class
clap
clown.
back. Yeah. I just started showing people little parody stuff, the things that were already on the radio. Then one day, I remember being in the bathroom looking at the mirror, like, I'm gonna use my own voice. Maybe a couple weeks later, I'm gonna change the words and use my jokes. You know what I mean? And then it became this thing where, by like 2nd grade, it was like old school, like. I'd be in the cafeteria at lunch, somebody be like, yo, rap about that, right? Pointing. So that's where I learned how to freestyle, because now my parodies are just like, all right, well, that's their flow. Now I got to find my own flow.
Nice.
And then I really kept up with it because every year my friends would ask me to do it. And I was like, and then when summer hit, I'm like, all right, I know they're going to ask me. So let me stay sharp and just kind of keep playing around. I started writing my own songs around 10.
Wow.
And then,
Nice.
and then I started really putting it out in high school. I got popping. Man, this is weird. Please don't find this. I had this song called Math Class, right? So mind you, I was class clown all the way through, right? They was not expecting this thing to work out, right? so I had this one teacher. She was my math teacher. She was, unfortunately for her, she was the period right after lunch. I'm like, I'm sorry for you, but I'm turned right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're late here. She wanted us to do this huge project, mad equations, mad things, right? I'm like, damn, I showed up the wrong day, right? Then they grouped us, group work. I looked at my group's face when they said my name, they were hurt. They were like, oh, this motherfucker ain't gonna do nothing. We failed. He not even gonna let us talk. I'm like, all right. So in that very moment, I looked at her, I looked at the group, looked at her. I walked up to her, I was just feeling myself that day. I was like, yo, miss, I make songs like, so you really just want us to show you that we understand the math, correct? Like, everything you tell us to do is to show you that we understand it. She was like, yeah, pretty much. I was like, well, if I can show you I understand it through a song, can I just do that instead of this whole presentation and da-da-da-da? She was a young teacher. I didn't think it was gonna fly, but she was like, yes, that would be so cool. Never heard me rap before.
Right.
Yes, but I think she was excited I wanted to get involved, right?
Yeah.
So I was like,
to do something.
bro, I turned back to the group. I was like, gotcha. Y'all don't have to do shit.
Wait, hold on. Did you understand the math question?
No, but I was like, I knew the equation. So why it was so bad is because as she's putting it on the board, I'm answering it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I was bored as hell in these classes, you know? And I feel like rap is what kept my mind sharp. My brain already works in equations. It's just words and letters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, I can throw some variables in there, numbers, boom, 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 boom. My friends, I really don't know if I get to the bottom. I got a calculator I'm allowed to use. I know the answer before she's asking the class. you know. So if she pressed me, I'd be like, yo, here's the, you know, and that's why I wanted to show her, like, I know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it how I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't fail the class. It's just I turn up after lunch. You're lucky I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So I go back to the group. I'm like, yo, y'all ain't got to do nothing. They be like, what? They mass smart kids. So they're like, what do you mean? We should be doing everything. I was like, don't do anything. I was like, actually, one group decision. What beat do y'all want me to use? Not a hype. Oh, I'm gonna produce it. So some chick landing on the Little Mama lip gloss beat because it just came out.
My lip must be popping.
Yeah, I was tight about it, but I was like,
I was shooting with her father like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to her, for real. But yeah, so I made this like corny math song about how I was failing the class if this didn't work. I ain't say nothing about equations. I ain't saying that. The whole storyline is like Fresh Prince vibe of like a storytelling of like, yo, if I don't pass this class, I'm going to summer school. But we lit. My math class is popping. My math class is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got the teacher hype.
Our teacher was dumb hype. We all passed. She let me make a music video in the class as our final.
I want to find that. I want to find
that.
I
really don't
want to find that.
I mean, Maracas is out now, so y'all know how I grew up. So you could go. You know? Nah, but it's things like, I say all that to say, it's just things that really kept my career going. You know, I got kicked out of that high school, actually.
Shocking.
I went to Concord, and it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. I took a media class that changed my life. I have a media company now. I met Frankie Face there. I met all of my
name me a media
fun.
company.
We Just Working.
You know,
Okay, that was
Hannah probably went to 12 schools combined.
Yo, but it's crazy that the principal didn't like me there. Really, I keep it real. If they want to check the years and find out who's out, it is. That's on them.
Same problem. You don't have the same problem.
It took me 3 high schools. Don't worry about it.
All right.
3 too.
I mean, technically, I was 3 because I got kicked out of Wagner. They had another program in Wagner that wasn't technically Wagner school, but it was held in Wagner. So I was in that for a little while. I passed it. They put me back in Wagner, right? And then it was just like, nah. Like, their issue was half the teachers loved me and I was untouchable. Other half is like, nah, he can't just be running around doing whatever. And I was like,
I kind of feel the same way. Yeah,
like, I just knew a lot of people. I didn't pick a side.
They didn't like that I had a personality.
Right.
And I was very talkative.
Right, I'm very expressive.
Every day my cell phone was getting taken away. My father had to come pick it up and pay them $50. At the end, he's like, just keep the phone. I already paid it off with you. Like, I'm done.
Yeah, let me ask you, running through your playlist on Spotify, it sounds like you rap to all different kinds of beats, and like you could jump on like any, not genre, but like probably any genre, but mostly consistently hip hop, but like any type of whatever's popping at that moment. Now, like, what's in your rotation? Like, what do you listen to the most? Like, are you on the drill scene? Are you on like what's in your rotation?
I mean, I still listen to the music that made me. I still listen to Biggie. I still listen to Hov. I still listen to old Outkast, but I try to stay in tune.
Old Outkast gets slept on. I try to tell people to listen to Outkast from like 97, 98. They don't want to hear it.
Right.
But that gets slept on. That doesn't get mentioned enough.
Talk about technique in there. Like,
your Outkast is dope. The late 90s.
But yeah, I try to stay in tune. I try to stay in tune with peers, people around me. But I'm a songwriter. And like I said, I started off with these parodies. So I'm very conscious of, if I listen to the same thing too much, it could reflect too much in my music. Or if I like an artist too much, it can start to have an influence on me.
You listen to yourself a lot?
I listen to myself all the time.
I know a lot of artists.
I listen to myself because I'm in competition with myself. I'm not in competition with anybody else out there. I could be inspired by them, which is what music is for. But I'm trying to beat my last song. I'm trying to show a side of me that people don't necessarily know. Right now, I feel like people know me more for like the business and the behind the scenes, brother. But there was a lot going on through that. So like with the Founders Freestyle that I put out last year, it was kind of just like, yo, you know what? Life crazy, COVID crazy, business crazy. Like, let me just get back to this.
That song is dope. Is that the most played on Spotify?
What was that?
That's what I would like to go into. Like during the pandemic and all that. What is the best song you produced?
During the pandemic, probably Founders Freestyle.
Founders Freestyle. That year most listened to on Spotify?
Yeah.
Right now.
It is the most, because I think that was the one that came up first. Well, let's get into that real quick. Yeah, for sure.
Play that real quick. Because then he's gonna play some love songs. So.
You want the love song? I got you. I'll send you. Yeah, I want me to leaks.
I like the boom
ladies,
bap. She
do
likes
not
the
let him fool you.
For the ladies,
do not let him fool you, ladies.
I feel like the one
Did you hear when he said he wanted to be an actor? Did you hear when he said he wanted to be an actor, ladies? Do not let him fool you.
But listen, we get into Founders Freestyle. by Starter. This is from 2021. Let's check it out. It's the most streamed song on Spotify. Before we get into that, though, who produced that?
Actually, this is a record that this is like one of the only YouTube beats I've found in a long time. But somebody sent me this beat, and they were like, "Yo, this is really cool. It changes a lot, like your flows. I think you would like something like it." When I first heard it, I didn't really like it. I was like, "It's doing a lot." But it had the, I found the story in a sense, and then the beat made sense to me. I'm like, "Oh, it's transitioning like that." This record alone actually influenced a lot of the production on the album. Like one of the leaked ones we're about to leak, nobody heard yet. I just one of them called Audacity. When we were reproducing the record after I wrote it, it was like, "Yo, like what's going on?" I was like, "Yo, I want the instrumentation to be as bipolar as the emotion and story as the song." And I feel like I got that from this record because I was just trying to keep up with the flow.
That engineer or producer in the studio with you to feel that and see that same concept that you have, because it's tough. Like if you don't have that same energy in the studio, like how is that record gonna be what you want it to be if you don't? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so that's very, very important.
Shout out to Philly Diamond because that's my guy.
So shout out to St. George Theater.
Shout out to the St. George Theater. They let us have our launch party for Banks and Roses there.
Shout out to Miss Rosemary.
I got like halfway through the video. I watched the video on YouTube.
Oh, I got you.
I got like halfway through it. Yeah.
That was an honor, bro. Like,
who
honestly,
did you get to deal with at the St. George Theater?
Doreen.
Yes.
Yeah, I love her.
I've known her since I'm 3 years old.
Yeah.
I used to go to Miss Rosemary's dancing school.
Yeah, same. My brother and sister were in the classes. I was the last person to meet her, honestly. And blessing, this was always like my dream
She taught
venue.
me.
Yeah.
She sat me out.
Yo, this is a dream venue. But she didn't, when we spoke, it was off behalf of We Just Working. And I just happened to be the guy that showed up. And then as we started to speak, it was like, oh, we know this. So
Doreen's amazing, though.
Yeah,
Ro is one of my friend's mothers.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna jump right into this though.
Blessing.
Founders Freestyle Starter.
I know you see that award that we just got, man.
It's crazy. Things about to get wild.
I'm about to go up, bro.
Yo, where's Starter?
I don't know. I'm about to go get it real quick.
Get that nigga.
You all right? Yeah. What's good, bro? What's good, my guy? How you looking like that?
I don't know, man. Like, honestly, I'm happy to be here. Like, this is crazy. This award is crazy, but like, I need to do more, bro. I'm trying to really get to it. Like, this isn't it. I don't want to get too comfortable. You feel me?
Imagine where we was at last year, bro. We coming up. We getting somewhere.
Yeah, a lot of people, this gonna take a while to even get to it. But you know what?
Yeah,
I know one thing, though.
I gotta give it a try. Mama, I'm giving it time. I just seeing the vision. I told them I get it and I can't be living a lie. Tired of fake competition, I'm not gonna mention it. Not cause they switching their sides, more the awkward position when I'm with they. She taking pics of the vibes. You know it's lit if I'm live. Facts. City know I'm on some other shit. First they ain't with it cause of the stats. Clothing line started bubbling. Ladies was loving it cause I could rap. Got some awards from the government just cause I didn't give up on it. Gave me some racks. I gotta double it. One of that album, I gave them an app. Private invite to City Hall for saying the facts. City tours, they was waving the tax. Many malls, I was paying it back. Links with the OG bringing me back. Reminiscing about days in the track. Remember I played some tracks. He wanted to pop. Tell me I made me a batch. Told me dodge the pen, grab the pen. Money a flick of the wrist. That had me thinking like, shoot. Whole team finna ball like a globe trot. Stun on the whole block. Who did that do to me? Tell me my flow's locked. I got that grown pop. Falling and shining, but you know your zone's hot. Soon as the boat dock. Be calling me Diddy, I slow rock. Can't and I won't stop. Trippy, I'm older than Biggie, I'm going pop. Loaded the cold pock. Like Mike Rainey, boy, I bet your soul's rock. Soon as your ghost drop. Either respect me or pay me on that type of time. Never ask them to like or rap the rhyme. Job my insight to pass the time. Hope these moments of life can last the time. Don't want to get lost trying to match a vibe. I play Rick Ross when I got some ride. Wanna be a big boss one day. Gonna learn what it costs one day. Lately I've been trying to rearrange the code. Seeing things I ain't seen ways before. Done fighting for freedom, fame, and foe. No time for that, see what things will go. One life and I need to make it known. One mic and I seem to take the show. On site, got my team to take it. But this for my niece and my nephew. Hopefully when I'm gone, y'all pick up the pieces I left you. We built this to protect you. Be wary of your friends as he could text you. To go to the party, but act like they busy. When you call to speak about your next move, respectfully, that's why these will never get next to me. None of your moves are impressing me. I trade your food for the recipe. I only put in the effort. It'll pull through if it's meant for me. King of my city. Imagine what's next for me. Giving the Brody the go ahead. He's a saved man, but the soul's red. Family was Gucci with no bread. If I double my G's, always so damn. Grew up in the building by the corner. We just bought the building by the water. They just bet $1 million on my karma. Y'all can fight this feeling if you wanna. Last year had the office with the sauna. Facts. How do we empower performers? LOL with X for the owner. Never said the picture was perfect. Got no problem pulling back curtains. All us fails is one thing for certain. We just work.
Let me ask you, you feel better that you got that off your chest now?
Honestly, bro. Yeah.
That's what they need.
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, bro. Yo, I appreciate you listening, man. We're gonna get back to it. Same time tomorrow. We clocked in.
Right.
All right, bro. I appreciate you.
Always got it.
That's a fact.
Sir.
I like
That
one.
shit goes
Thank you,
crazy,
bro.
bro.
Fire,
Appreciate you,
word.
bro.
Visual for that?
Nah, I'm thinking about doing one. Honestly, when I-
Yo, let's
Yo,
get
that-
it.
Yeah, let's
bro.
get it. You
Let's
already
fucking
know, like-
get it, bro.
I'm
Hey,
down for
y'all
that.
two know each other? Like
We
outside?
heard
met.
a lot about each other.
But, you know,
Today was
we
really
just
where
met
we locked
today.
in. We're supposed to be working in July.
We had a
so-
meeting before
Yeah, we get
your
we get-
interview.
we
We
get
had a
busy.
meeting.
Nah, like we spoke, about Staten Island artists. He's like bringing, like a lot of people
Shout out
together.
to Staten Island
Yeah,
artists.
I see.
Like already,
Yeah, he
I
definitely
met,
does.
couple people, through him. It's
Yeah.
like, he's bringing really, really good vibes. That's why, if you're not tapped in with him,
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you
Nah,
got
he's
to
looking
do
out
it,
for
you
Staten
know?
Island artists for sure.
That's a
Like
fact.
literally, word. Yeah,
like
nah.
I can
he's
see
doing
that
is
he's
dope.
trying, to bring people together and
Exactly.
shit,
Yeah, what he's doing
It's
is
not
dope.
easy.
That's a difference.
But,
It's not easy, but
That's what we go for
That's what
now.
we
Instead of people like ripping each other apart, we
Right.
like to see uplifting
Exactly.
each other.
right, exactly.
That's a big goal for
Literally,
us.
that's what even We Just Working was all about. Like, honestly, when Frankie is my newest artist that I'm working with, and it just so happens to be that that's who we got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Maracas got us the situation that we in now, and it turned into just like, all right, maybe we're gonna tap in and do a little music. We kind of just feeling everybody out when it comes to our partners. And when, I guess they got wind of a little bit of like what We Just Working was capable of, it's like business wise, right? And then we had other artists specifically in that company. And we just started to put more pieces together, and then it turned into a label, you know what I mean? And then it turned into a label that now acquired We Just Working, and now We Just Working is already being used more as an agency. But like I said, COVID was slowing us down because we were more entertainment based.
Right.
Then we learned the more things in the media sector when things got shut down. So now that things are opening back, people are coming to us for that in-person interaction. We're still getting the digital world together right now. So now we're able to offer more. But, we hope with Banks and Roses Society, we can kind of set the tone, show people what's really capable, but like having the music production and then having a whole machine, agency of medias to all these different partners kind of collaborating. So I just want to be like an example of what's possible.
For sure.
Even if y'all don't want to work with us, like do it for yourselves, but it's possible. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what's the difference between
That's kind.
the Banks and Roses Society and the
We Just Working.
We Just Working?
Banks and Roses Society is a private music production company and music label. So our goal right now is, after me and Frankie's projects out, we're gonna sign some more artists, whether it's from the We Just Working camp or, hopefully, they got to go through the We Just Working process to even get to the Banks and Roses studio. That's why a lot of the artists that we've been working with for like 4 or 5 years, they're the ones on my album right now. So they're the ones that have access to, but we're trying to invest in artists, kind of bring their careers to the next level. I would like it to be to a point where, we start you from ground up, boom, and then we bring you in, we're able to get the gears turning. And if another situation or a bigger situation makes sense for y'all, then we want to just make sure we're giving y'all the leverage to go in.
For sure.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And We Just Working is a media entertainment agency. I'm sorry. So it used to be just like event production. Then it turned into event placement. Now we do a little bit of everything. It's digital marketing, content creation, ads, commercials. But, a lot of placement, whether it's in videos or whether it's vendor placement. And then we took what we knew about business overall. Cause I always seen artists as a brand, right? The first thing, shout out to Guy Rute, my godfather, one of my OGs in the music shit. The first thing he told me was, yo, music only makes you cool enough to sell other shit. So if you're trying to just be a music artist all your life, I ain't trying to help you. You're gonna ruin your life,
Music's just to like get you to that point to be able to do
That's
what you really want to do.
Give you
Yeah.
the exposure,
Yeah.
Once you got the exposure, you
And
can
that's
use
why I
that
leave
tool,
Right.
to start other businesses and shit
To
around
do whatever
it,
it is that you really want to do.
Just
Yeah.
apply that mentality to actual B2B businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like my music for me is always gonna be my expressive outlet, and that's why I did found this freestyle. People probably wasn't thinking I was gonna put music out ever again because I was focused on the business side of it. You know, I was.
No, that shit is dope.
I appreciate you, bro.
Sure.
But now I'm trying to give them an album that just kind of slaps them in their head. I want We Just Working and Bangs and Roses tagged all over this. You know what I'm saying? So like, I really just want to bring more food to the team. That's why all the features is part of the team. Both my brothers made it to the album. You know what I'm saying? And like, I remember my brothers used to be tight. Like, yo, what's up? Like, when you gonna put me on? I'm like, bro, you're like 17. I can't take you to that. You know? So now that everybody's of age, you know?
So Maracas is the new one coming out.
Yeah, Maracas has been streaming since February or March.
Okay.
The music video just came out over the weekend.
Let's talk about that.
Yo, shout out to Frankie Face, shout out to Philly Diamond, shout out to Sal, the ones that brought this whole thing to life. Shout out to my man Johnny that directed the video. So we shot this last summer. We even have the situation going. We just met. We were like, oh, could we shoot a music video here? It was shot at the studio that we on in Jersey. Yeah, we was just kind of vibing. It was Frankie Face's birthday, so I really just wanted to give him a cool gift. And I think that was everybody's goal. It's like, yo, we gotta make this happen, this date, We just called a few people up. We probably put it
Is that the pool party?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Dope.
Could see your acting skills in that movie.
It was dope. Me and Frankie, that was one of the first records that we did together. Before we were even working together, he was just seeing I was like over the blows COVID was giving us. And he was like, yo, just come in the studio. I just came to the studio, we chilling. He was like, yo, all right, let's find a beat. I'm like, nah, I'm really just here to support you. He's like, nah, let's find a beat. I'm like, all right. Everybody was trying to make me rap, right? I'm like, all right. Then we found the beat. It was a bop. He's Cuban, so he just literally picked it off the name. It said Cubano. Boom. It was like, all right, got a little bop. I was like, let me do the chorus. Because the first records we were starting to write together was he was always doing the chorus. He was the hook guy. He was always, but nothing really got out, right? So I'm like, nah, I'm doing the chorus. Fuck that. Right. So as I'm writing the chorus, he's writing his first verse. So we're not listening to what we're writing. We're just vibing. So we both kind of stop at the same time. I'm like, yo, what you got? He was like, nah, what you got? I was like, I show him the chorus. She tell her friend she lame. She touched me. He looked at me. He said, yo, that's exactly what home. She said, what sounds so I'm like, that's fire, right? So now, so he keeps writing his verse. I keep like mastering the chorus. Then he goes into the booth to record his full verse. Then I put on headphones to write my verse. So I have no idea what the hell he's saying. And then I pop out for a second, and it's like the middle of his verse, and he had this little flow there. I was like, Frankie. Yeah, right? So I was like, I'm using that flow. Boom, I ended my verse with the flow to kind of make it cohesive because I was scared it wasn't gonna really fit.
Yeah.
And then he popped out, I popped right in. I recorded my verse, did a couple takes, and I'm looking at his face through the glass. I'm like, oh, okay, we might have something going, right? Because I was just I told you, I was annoyed. I didn't want to write that day. Yeah. But the vibe was in the room, and we was just like, yeah, we're going to write about it exactly about, like, me and Frankie's Face's friendship, when we go to a party, any kind of vibe, Maracas. You know what I'm saying? And the music kind of grew from there.
Shit, can I get into that?
Yeah, go ahead.
But then we're going to hear some songs I want to hear.
She's still feeling it.
I got you. Let me not disappoint her. Let me send her. The girl song. I sent y'all the
what do you mean the girl?
I want to
implement
not the girl song, but the one specifically
you better take
for
that
female.
Shit
so like Maracas was for everybody in the club, right? That was my uptown Spanish Harlem vibe.
I even said that to him when we were listening to it. I said that's a club song.
Yeah, the one I want to shoot with him is Bob's. That's more of like the Bob's is more West Coast.
Let me watch.
Yo, Maracas, Slaughter, Frankie Nice.
Yeah. Pastor Yabe.
Frankie Face. I'm sorry, Frankie Face.
Yeah. Frankie is nice though. Let's get it. Starter. Yeah. She told her friend she don't like me. Covering up, but she tortured me spicy. Calling me up every night. We up in the party, she holding me tight. He told her it's all in the hips. Give her that rhythm, she call it quits. Told her it's all in the hips. Give her that rhythm, she call it quits. She told her friend she don't like me. Covering up, but she talked to me spicy. Calling me up every night. We up in the party, she holding me tight. He told her it's all in the hips. Give her that rhythm, she call it quits. Told her it's all in the hips. Give her that rhythm, she call it quits.
She moving hips, she did with salsa. Way that she moves, she shake maracas. I'm a la beso all over me cara. You little baddie, your shorty be mala. She give me
I know what he meant.
What with a stick, Chico. poquito. Shorty be sweet, coquito. Shorty Cubana, hot like a sauna. Straight from the island, she come from Havana. Stay for the night, you leaving mañana. I got you wet, tu soca mi cama. Bad little bunny, you know her name Lola. She wanna shake it, you know I'm a toca. You want the habla tu boca. She got me up like a coca.
She told her friend she don't like me. Cover it up when she talk to me spicy. Calling me up every night. We up in the party, she holding me tight. We told her it's all in the hips. Give her that rhythm, she calling it quits. Told her it's all in the hips. Give her that rhythm, she calling it quits. She hate her mama, she get on her nerves. I love her mama, she gave her the curves. She fell in love with the roll of the tongue. I fell in love with the way that she swerves. She kinda crazy, I'm feeling her out. Safe words, some dish that I couldn't pronounce. I put my dish out, talk about a foot in her mouth. Cracking that shit like the hood was in drought. People I heard that I'm good in the south. I get it lit like it's straight from the source. Talking that shit's got a strain in her voice. Yeah, I put that word, clocked in. She told her friends options. She need that package next day. I make it happen, heifer. She told her friends she don't like me. Cover it up when she talks to me spicy. Calling me up every night. We up in the party, she holding me tight. We told her it's all in the hips. Give her that rhythm, she calling it quits. Told her it's all in the hips. Give her that rhythm, she calling it quits. Hey,
He's just working.
That looked like y'all had mad fun shooting that video.
For real.
Yeah, I was good looking, bro. Yo, it definitely wasn't wild.
It's like the best pool party ever.
Yo, pull up.
This guy switching up with that little hat. And
Yeah,
shit.
bro. Y'all
That's
definitely gotta
the-
come to
I
the
was
studio.
gonna bring that up. The little hat.
Yo,
made the
Frankie
mo-
face
made
looks
the
like
video.
he definitely a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I
Like
love
he
the
good time
little
to hang
hat
out
on
with.
his head. Like that made the video.
Yo, that little hat even made it to the album art.
Like
Okay.
it should have, as it should
I'm not
have.
surprised.
Had to.
But I like the flow. Now, from a female perspective,
Mhm.
what's the best you got? Not girl, but the best you got going
Um,
back and forth with a female.
So this next, so I sent y'all the Breathe record, I believe.
The what record?
The Breathe record. Gotcha.
You sent me shit.
He said, "Shit, you lying, shit." Hold on, let me load this back up for you. All right, so this record is super unreleased. Like this is actually something we still kind of had in
Just
the
because you're
works.
public and all. I just want to put some things out there for
Yeah.
the ladies, you know.
Can you text it to me?
I got Android.
What?
Don't shout out to Samsung. Shout out to the Samsung workshops that we
Yeah,
have. Don't do that to my
yeah.
sponsors, bro.
Yeah. Always problem.
Can we send it to her?
This
Nah,
is
but
not-
so a lot of my all right, so I'll say it like this. With Maracas, that's probably like the most vulgar record y'all got out of me in a long time because that was genuinely me just having
Oh,
fun with my
vulgar?
friends.
I
Like,
didn't find it vulgar.
not,
As a
but-
female, I
yeah,
didn't
it's not
even
like
find it
but
vulgar.
I'm never gonna be
I mean, I'm not gonna
disrespectful.
say you should play it over Christmas dinner.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
This one I can play over Christmas then. So a lot of my
Nah, that's
music
like a
is
mad fun record.
yeah, no, it's just a bop. But even then, like my
You
the
would,
records that I
you would play
usually-
that over Christmas dinner. That's why. And you,
would.
my little nieces and nephews
yeah, I'll
running
perform.
around.
I'll perform in an elf suit, bro.
Girls clapping their ass
Oh,
in the
okay.
pool and shit.
Merry Christmas.
The gift that
but-
just keeps on giving.
a lot of my female records are empowerment songs. Like if y'all checked out some of like my old events, it was a lot of women empowerment
So
stuff. My
speaking on
DJ,
that,
which is
you
now my
feel
business
for
partner.
the women right now and everything.
I mean, I was raised by women. I always feel for women. You know what I'm saying? Like
Because I met you like an hour and a half ago, basically, and I connected right away with you, and I could tell through your vibe that you are like this tough, like hard to like break kinds of person. So
yeah,
you may put on that persona since you said you like to act, but
right.
I do feel like you feel hard.
No, not even. So, all right. So that's why I sent y'all the 2 songs I sent y'all. So I'm like everything you see in me, everything you heard in my music when I'm in the suit and tie.
Is it really
when
how
I'm
you
in
feel?
That's who I am. I'm all of those people.
The
I'm
songs you
from,
put
like,
out
every
that
walk
are
of
those
life.
situations you've been through.
Yeah, there's a real life.
So they're real stories being
every
told.
bar, I can tell you the story behind that.
So
bar.
real
In
stories
Maracas,
are
I
being
can tell you,
told.
yeah, every single time.
That's
And
what I love
that's
about
important to me.
that's what I love about music because it's an art, and
Right.
that is an art because you're writing.
You'll see the contrast in these 2 records. And why I didn't I was gonna do the singles, but I wanted to give people the project so they can understand that they're
Can't
all
wait to
layers.
give you my honest.
So this is
opinion.
Yeah, please.
exclusive. So Breathe
No, I'm
here.
gonna.
Breathe by Starter is an exclusive. No, the
Yeah,
world hasn't heard this.
nobody heard either one of these records.
Y'all heard it here first.
You gave me an exclusive.
Yeah.
All right.
When the full master comes through, I got you. It's on the starter kit. Shout out to Jay Quick. Shout out to Kosi Pari on the record.
Life got you stressed sometimes. I see your vision, no. Men never make it past your physical. Women give advice, but they're miserable. It's visible. Actions are predictable. You're tired of the ridicule. Situations they ain't never been there before, but you did it though. Your hair and your business grew. Day one's gotta know this isn't you from middle school. Trust me, you ain't get this far from what you didn't do. Tell them about you know you got tough scars. So scared like they only count the loss. Without words, you got a feeling you'll be lost off. But why shine? Niggas gonna live in the dark with clothes out. You don't listen to the grapevine and waste time trying to fit in with these big vibes. Just ain't mine. You deserve to show your waistline on FaceTime. You deserve to have a great time. First, I need you to
Hold your head high, look up so you can see. This time will pass by, so set your wings free. Whoever see you shine, you'll reach it if you believe. Come take my hand and just breathe. Take my hand and just breathe.
Why you think the office always acting petty with you? Cause you the only one the owner acting friendly with you. Always putting in 100 without any issue. Don't be shy about that promotion if it benefits you. Baby girl, you beneficial. And your angels up in heaven with you. Smile at you, clapping for you. People right here that wanna see it happen for you. All else fails, remember what your nana told you. This world's full of lessons, but it's our imperfections that should be seen. Just don't forget you're human. Stop confusing all the people's exceptions with what you believe. I just need you to hold your head high, look up so you can see. This time will pass by, so set your wings free. Whoever see you shine, you'll reach it if you believe. Come take my hand and just breathe. Take my hand and just breathe.
Literally.
Take my hand and just breathe. If you want it, you deserve it. Girl, you deserve it. Even if it goes unnoticed. Even if it goes unnoticed. Baby girl, just never quit working. Never quit working. Don't give it to me, you're perfect. You're perfect.
You don't need no one. Look what you become. One day they'll see. First you must believe.
Take my hand and just take my hand and just breathe.
Yo, I like that one too. See how different, like
Definitely.
definitely different. Like that's what I meant. Like different genres, different. You got
Yeah.
different bags you can go
And
into
that
for
beat
sure.
at the end, that shit goes
Yeah, shout out to Philly
Crazy.
Diamond. Shout out to Lawrence.
And who's on the melody? Who's on the
My brother actually Jay Quick, and Kosi Puri. So I've been working with them for years. What's up? What's up? What's up? Give me the
So
interview.
how did you feel? Like, what put you in that situation to put that out? Because that's something I would write.
Honestly, if I'm gonna be all the way honest, so my
So whatever limit you want to be, because
So what
we had a
started the
meeting
thought-
before the meeting, so
Yeah,
you already
honestly,
know, like,
what started the thought was I
Why that
had a
touched me.
female DJ, right, girl in the Roxville one time. She just came on board with the company. It was extremely like she went from DJ to event manager, and now she's vice president of We Just Work and COO of Banks and Roses. So we both got busted in the head with super responsibility at the time. I was like a little overwhelmed. I seen she was getting a little overwhelmed, and then I was just noticing that pattern in like my sisters, some of my other homegirls, like, you know, the summer's coming into play. World is happy. COVID, like regulations aren't in effect right now. So I just seen them nervous about taking the step. A lot of business owners that I know are females, and I just wanted to make another a woman empowerment song that actually meant something. And I held this beat for like 3 years because I wanted to make sure it was gonna mean something when I did it.
Nice. I could definitely see a dope visual to that too.
Yeah, we got to make it.
I mean, we see Allison who went to work during the
Man, we get
during the pandemic and everything. Businesses were making no money.
No, for sure.
Businesses are going out of like
Yeah.
like left and
Yo,
right.
and it's
What
already
my best
hard
friend
for women.
owns a restaurant,
It's already hard.
and
for
she's
women.
a young 33-year-old a
Right.
business owner,
right,
and she owns a restaurant, and she did it throughout the whole pandemic, and it wore her down.
right, right.
Because literally she was putting in more than she was like
Right.
ever gonna ever get out, and she has a passion, she has a drive, and now she gets to enter the next chapter of her life like as what she always wanted to do, so doing what
Yeah,
she
I feel you.
loves. Like, so now, like, I'm happy to see that transition. I think the pandemic taught us many different things on every aspect.
For sure.
First and foremost, family is very important,
Yes.
very important, hands down.
100.
And I can't wait to celebrate with my family today. Second of all, we take too much shit for granted.
Right.
I was telling you outside, Bernie will say, "Oh, we'll go then, we'll wait, we'll push it off." Push it off for what? What are we waiting for? We got now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You got to
And
turn
on
out
that
really
song, so many females can relate. That can't go out to the public, right?
I mean, it's cool. The album be out next month. As long as
Too
you
late, it's
say
on
that
YouTube.
y'all dropped it first.
Well, it's on
as
YouTube,
long as
so
they
I don't know
that
about
it
those
happened here
restrictions.
first.
On Bernie's
Alright,
View.
y'all got it out.
Reflex Radio. You heard?
Hey,
That's a
got it
fact.
out of him. No, but
No.
you could see that you were raised by females. Not to knock men on any
No,
any
listen,
level.
Yo, Frankie Face
you
was
carry
raised by
yourself-
all females too. I
You
feel like
carry
that's why we
yourself
have that.
very well,
Thank you.
and you had nothing but respect from the minute you walked right up to us.
I met Frankie last week. a
Yeah,
great guy.
yeah. He was
It's-
telling me. He was
it's
telling
like-
me.
Yeah, I met him when we've been shooting with dance.
Got
You know?
you.
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
What's
looked at.
the-
I looked at him and I was like, I like good vibes. Did I not
Okay.
say that to you outside?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
exactly.
I like
you
good
know,
vibes.
like-
Like if your
right.
energy don't match me, I can't be
Yeah, I
around
might
you.
miss it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
same.
it's like I don't get those people, you know, who are wasting, you know, time for the relationships
Right.
which don't make sense.
Right,
Like,
right, right.
like I feel like a lot of people they want to have friends just to have friends. Like they
Nah,
just
there's
surround
no
themselves
value and,
with
you're
like
not
random
learning from
people.
it.
Like for
Right.
me, I rather fucking chill by myself
Right.
in my crib instead of
If
spending
not
time with
That's what we
somebody.
talk. Less
Right.
is
wasting
more.
my time.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what we
exactly.
spoke about. Less
Exactly.
is more.
I-
now.
I don't chill with nobody I don't think is gonna be better than me. That's
Does-
why I started chilling with
does-
Frankie. Because I was like, Frankie, once you lock in on that, like I've been in the industry, but once you learn it,
Yeah.
you're gonna go
Frankie
crazy.
had the
Yeah,
little.
you need to be around- you need to be
Frankie had
around
the
people
little
that are
hat.
always built.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is
Frankie
that
with the little hat.
Yeah.
yeah,
Frankie
and
with
the-
the
Frankie with the little hat.
Little
Shout
hat,
out to you
Frankie.
because you made that
Yeah.
Frankie
video.
Face.
That
Frankie
hat made the
Face.
video.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
I
and
love it.
The thing is that when you know when you surround yourself with productive people and stuff
Right.
like that, you're always creating, you're always coming up with some
Mhm.
ideas.
Right.
You're building each other, you know, during those meetings, whatever. And
Right.
when you're just meeting with some random people, it's like
100%. But
getting
you could
nothing
tell
out
his
of it.
team is strong because that video doesn't look like a cheap video that was
Yeah,
just thrown
yeah, yeah.
together.
that was definitely
That
good
looks like
production.
it was
Definitely
cut
good
nice.
production.
It was
Yeah,
great
yeah.
production. And I'm not one to like notice things like that. Like
Okay.
that's not my forte.
Got you.
So when I like looked at it right away, it looked like a professional, like ready,
Nah,
yeah, that was
you
dope.
know, like
Thank you. And that means a lot. That was the first music video we just worked and got to produce.
it looked like fun. Like
Yeah, it
like
was
I'm a
fun.
little like upset
Yeah.
that we weren't
Yeah.
invited, but
Now we're gonna do another one. Well, y'all definitely gonna come to the one we're shooting, right? We just locked in the date. So
Yeah,
now it has to
For
happen.
which track?
The
Then it's-
Vibes record.
right before I leave for
I
Cabo.
think he sent it to you, but he
it's
didn't
right
play
before.
it
It's
yet.
not during.
No, I
Yeah.
said I'll come through, but then we're
Right.
working on something
Gotcha.
too. That's
Alright,
also we should also give a shout out to him because he is a genius behind the camera.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
nah,
you,
Breeze
thank you,
Digital
thank
for
you.
sure. You always working like, and you travel to different boroughs to work. like,
Yeah,
that's-
I'm
like,
working all over the place. Like honestly, you know,
He
like,
literally just
I'm
said
not shooting
outside.
that much
he-
in Staten Island. Like
Right, for real.
recently, I started meeting, you know, people in Staten Island and stuff. You know,
we were
but-
talking about going to the SOBs outside, and I was like for Juliet, and he's like, well, some of my friends know people that she works with.
Yeah, my good friend Akin, he's like bigger, you know, bigger
Gotcha,
director in the
gotcha.
city.
It's a small. It's a
he's-
small.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Like he basically
family
bring me
people doing
to
this.
the game because you know he's also Polish and stuff. So
Gotcha.
when I just started shooting music videos, you know, I started working with Akin. Now we, you know, we're still working together. We're doing our separate thing, but he's working right now, you know, with Hitmakers and you know,
Yeah, she's with the
all of
heat
that
makers.
crew. Yeah.
So we're all going to SOBs. You coming?
Yeah, I'm coming. What day?
July 6th.
I think it's this week.
We're going this
I think
week.
it's Wednesday night.
Wednesday, yeah.
What's the latest video you shot, Breeze?
I don't know, probably like 8. What's the normal time to go out?
I shot with from Staten Island artist. I shot with Jay
I'm too old
Branch
for this
like
shit.
3 days ago or something.
Nice.
Yeah, because he's supposed. It was like not last minute thing, but he's supposed to get locked up the next day. Yeah, so I even like edited quick draft, during the
Gotcha.
night, so he got something to drop.
Yeah,
but
well-
luckily,
Gotcha.
he's still out for like another week or something.
Hopefully
so
he stays out.
So we still
When we
planning
spoke
to
outside-
shoot, something more.
Nah,
He
but I
has
see you
a
always
vision.
busy though, Breeze.
Yeah,
That's
He has a
good.
good vision.
I shot video with Dance a week ago. We dropped
I
it
can't
up
see that.
tomorrow.
Y'all in the calendar.
Yeah, I'm in the calendar.
And then
Thank
something
you.
today. I know Dennis wanted to shoot something today. Is that happening?
Nah.
Nah.
No.
we had some change of plans, but
Obviously.
but definitely, we're going to get there. We're going to do it.
Yo, the other
We have a cool vision behind it.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it's
like,
gonna
you
take
know,
off. I
like
think
you
it's gonna
got-
be a good
exactly,
girl,
like the
guy,
thing
and
is-
it's gonna show both roles. Though.
Yeah, like
Right.
when we're shooting some run and gun video, then then we can do it, whenever. But if we want to plan something, and do something,
Takes
more
time,
creative,
for sure.
we want it to be on a point. We don't want to rush it, because
And he
what's
wants
the
me to look 10 years younger.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
come on, like it's not point of rushing, those things,
I wanted to get into this other exclusive though. That Star sent me.
All right, so this one is the
Audacity?
contrast of everything that we
That's
were
what
just
that
talking about.
says.
All right, so like as you were saying, you felt like I got good vibes and all of that. So it
Yeah.
takes a lot to keep that in this industry.
What's your sign?
I'm a Sag. I'm a Leo sun. Sag sun, Leo moon, Aries rising. So I'm all fire. I have no chill in my body, and that's pretty much what this
Yeah, I
song
don't
is.
know if
Like
that's good.
it
with
took
me.
a
I'm
very long
Scorpio.
time to get this chill, And with this record, Audacity, it's like some people feel that vibe from me, and they either try to see it as like a weakness or whatever the case, or something that they can kind of like
Leos
test
are
the
strong,
waters with.
though. Leos are like lions. You're supposed to be strong and fierce.
Yeah, and that's what I am, and that's
I'm a
what
little afraid of
You know? And that's what this record is. That like this is the record I was talking about. I wanted the beat to be as bipolar as the lyrics. It's like the constant struggle of, all right, you have these emotions, but you have to be the bigger person. They want this reaction out of you. You don't want to lower your
Like when
value.
they go low, you go high.
Exactly, but you're still human at the same time.
So it's all right to have those feelings.
Exactly, and that's what this record is. Like this is me in my head in a bad day. Like
in
when
what kind of
either-
situation? Like a girl fucking your head
Nah,
up?
like
or like,
dudes, my competition, thinking like I'm in competition with them. I'm like, yo, I'm out here trying to
you just
support
said my
y'all.
competition thinking I'm in competition with them.
Yeah,
Your
'cause-
competition's yourself.
yeah, exactly. So, but there's external people that think because I either move how I'm moving or
That's because they
I
see
have
you as a
confidence.
threat.
Exactly.
If you
and-
know anything about the universe, you know that.
Right, but I'm also trying to tell them like I'm the same dude that will not like you and book you for a paid gig. You know what I'm saying? I'm the same dude that'll give you a resource. Like I cannot like you as a person, but I'll
The
listen
elevator
to your
goes up,
music.
you bring everyone
You know
with
what I'm
you.
saying? Yeah. At the end of the day, like, but I know there's people that there was times I let close, kind of had the opposite intentions with me, and I peep everything from afar.
It's like
So I'm just like, damn, bro. So after a while, it hurts. But
having a good
from
heart
the-
is a blessing and a curse.
yeah, and I'm from the projects, bro. Like I didn't get no lesson on how to handle all these emotions. I just knew I wanted to do something that they told me I couldn't do, and that was already enough to fuel me.
A lot
You know
of
what I'm
people.
saying? So when people try to kind of either be disrespectful or you just get into that point where maybe nobody's doing anything to you and you're just taking it out on every situation that could pop in your head, but you're the one kind of,
Putting it in your
You're
own-
worst
Deflecting?
enemy,
Yeah.
You're deflecting.
and and then I got my friends, like I said, all walks of life. So there's some
So
people
this
that
is a
really live.
reaction to everyone else's actions towards you, basically.
Yeah, and me kind of trying to stay calm, and like you're hearing the instrumentation, it'll get aggressive, it get more aggressive, then it kind of just like chills. I need the loyalty, and these devils are after me, oh man, you know what I'm saying? And then it goes right back, fucking, I'm all in, because like I just wanted to show that side of me where it's just like, yo, this is really me.
That's how my
I'm
mind
really,
thinks,
like,
too.
3 fire signs in my belly, anxiety, aggression. You know, I had
That
aggression
knot in your
issues as a
stomach?
kid. Yeah, I had aggression. I had to go through therapy in like middle school, and
That's
the only
crazy.
thing that
Same. I don't
only
think there's
thing that
anything wrong
helped-
with therapy. Shout out
yo,
to therapy.
homie had to
Thank
change
you.
his whole like plan with me. He was like, how about it came down to how about every time you come and you won't have a bad report, I'll give you $2 extra than what I gave you last time, and I'll bootleg any rap CD you want. So I literally was only calming down for money
and
and rap.
music.
Exactly, literally.
dope.
And like, and that's what this song
Hey,
is
yo, whatever
about.
helps, it helps, right?
Oh, it works.
That's what this. So now in my adult years, when all the middle school advice kind of wore off, it's like, this is me. You're here. Like, should I feed them to the wolves? Stay committed to the plan, man. Because I'm calm, but my friends aren't. So they be in my ear like, yo, you gonna let them talk to you like that? I gotta tell them like, nah, bro, this is not why we're here. This is like,
And especially now that you're on a platform,
yeah, I mean, honestly, like,
people are gonna look up to you.
yeah,
You can't put that
but
persona
those
out there
people-
that
But those people need to know that it's okay to feel angry. It's
You
about
could-
placing that
feelings
anger.
are validated, but
Right.
acting on anger
Acting
is not.
different, right?
Definitely not.
We don't promote that.
Right.
But I'm gonna get into this exclusive
But
Audacity. But first, shout out to Staten Island artists. He's
yes,
checked in.
sir.
Jay Creator, Jay from
Oh,
Creative
Brendan's
Grounds
heart is probably
Entertainment.
dropping. Staten Island artists noticed you.
You know, that's we ain't gonna say the government, but you know who
Right,
that is.
right.
We know who that
My man
is.
in the back end.
And
Right.
Jay Creative Grounds Entertainment is saying live life to its fullest and
Yeah, yeah.
creativity.
Appreciate y'all, bro.
Jay Creative. Okay, shout out Jay Creative. But
It's only up to here.
once
Yeah.
again, he's letting me drop another exclusive. Y'all heard it here first.
And these are on my phone, so I'm gonna be able to have them.
Oh nah, you better delete them right
Yo,
after the
if
show.
Funk Master Flex get my music, I'm coming to you directly.
How powerful do you think I am?
Well, you know what? If Funk Flex never gets your music, we'll never hear it because you'll be dropping bombs. All the
Yeah,
time.
Yo, the new Cardi, Lil Durk, and
That makes
Kanye
him
song.
so mad that
I
they-
stayed in the car for 45 minutes. I still haven't heard the whole song.
Yo,
that
that's why I don't
makes
listen to the
him
radio.
So mad.
That's why I
I
listen to
like-
the radio. That's why it's Reflex Radio only.
Right.
Here it is Audacity by
It needs to
Starter.
be diverse with the radio. Milky too.
This one's about self-control.
Something like that. That should be fucking me up. Yeah. That should be blowing my mind.
Fucking up that shit,
I
yeah,
just-
man.
I don't know what type of time y'all be on, man. I just know that it's giving me vibes. Sometimes the love to mirage. Trust is a slippery slide. I seen him dip and he dive. I seen him grip and he lied. Did him a slide. Some shit about fixing the tire. Tell you I'm sick and I'm tired. I used to stick by your side. We'll keep that stick by your side. Splitting the ties. Testing the different disguise on the social. I post you. Just know that it's live when it's live. I get the funds for the guys. I get it done for a pound. Lately I'm out of the town. Can't just be running around. Clearly you niggas is foul. I tell your mama a kid is a clown. I ain't as calm as I sound, man. I don't even like giving niggas pounds like that. That ain't what it is. I wanna know where the fuck does it sound like that. I let it live, cause I ain't think y'all was getting down like that. Now it's on go. I just be giving them loyalty. Niggas still trying to get over me. That should be fucking me up. That should be blowing my mind. I just be. Man, this shit is on go all the time, man. Fucking talking about fucking Audacity, yo, y'all, man. For real. So, I need the Lord's hands.
See?
These devils are after me, y'all, man. Fuck it, I'm all in. I remember Big Cuz got out, got a crazy record, so the shit was unexpected. He not even in his texting, but he said he's there about. That I had a show when he went and I was trying to start turning in the sign. I had the whole damn crowd jumping in the party, even fucked a couple shorties on the load, the type of shit that make your old man proud. Finished up the set, get backstage, see him cuz it was a fan, see him covering his ear. Blood was on his hand, told me get up on the stage, man, fucking up the brand, put some nigga in his face. If it wasn't for his fans, I was gonna follow up. Years later, see the nigga that had cut him, so I bumped him when he opened up his hands, or he didn't know the story, and it put me in a jam. Should I feed him to the wolves? They committed to the plan. I don't even like giving niggas pounds like that. If that ain't what it is, I wanna know where the fuck does it sound like that. I let it live, cause I ain't think y'all was getting down like that. Now it's on go. I just be giving them loyalty. Niggas still trying to get over me. That should be fucking me up. That should be blowing my mind. I just be. Man, this shit is on go all the time, man. Fucking Audacity, yo, y'all, man. For real. I need the Lord's hands. These devils are after me, y'all, man. Fuck it, I'm all in.
Yo, this shit goes crazy, bro. I love
Another
like
one you
that.
heard it here first at Bernie's View.
But
Starter
you
audacity.
thought those thoughts at those times. So you were going from raging to calm
Yeah.
to raging.
All
to
the emotions
calm.
you were going
So
through.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm all about, like, obviously I'm a female. I definitely do that. And I just feel like when you need the Lord's hands, when you said that, like, I felt like you really felt that in the song.
Yeah.
Those hands are-
And that's what amped you to keep going and say,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm all in. Like,
Yeah.
that's it. Like, what made you actually, like, really throw those words in together? Are
Honestly,
you very religious? Because
I'm
I am.
not like super religious,
Oh.
but I'm super spiritual, and I do have a high respect for religion, a little bit of everybody's religion. I grew up Christian, you know what I'm saying? But I got into with God through just my
Faith is
energy.
faith.
Yeah, exactly. Like however you're using it, use it. I got this thread. I feel like when I write music, I won't even put the pen or the finger to the phone until I feel that connection. And that's what happened with all of these records. The second verse from top to bottom was a true story that kind of just like traumatized me. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to help my cousin. He's fighting at my show, but he's telling me this because I grew up with, showed me swag, showed me how to get girls. Just got out of trouble, pulled up to my show for the first time. He's jumping in the crowd, hype for me. Somebody that didn't like him cut his ear. Boom. He's jumping in the crowd with me still. I turn around, I see him holding his ear. I'm like, yo, you good? He's literally like, nah, stay up here. Don't move. Cause he was like, yo, like, and in his eyes, that don't move is everything. It was like, yo, we not gonna fuck your shit up. You here being positive. We not about to flip this. It takes one thing to make you the bad guy.
Word,
So I had to sit there, watch everybody scrapping. And I'm like, yo, I can't even get like a sneak because he got somebody stand with me. So that's another person.
But he looked out for you.
Yeah,
like,
he
you
looked
know,
out for
he
me.
looked
You
out
know
for
what I'm saying? But that's every day though. So
How
that
is-
concept is like
Yeah.
I go to shows and I do my set. I'm not even the gang. That's hip hop. So this is really like everybody feels like you said, you got to be tough. You got to. They came in with all their homeboys. I'm coming with my artists and a cameraman
And someone like me and Bernie.
Yeah, literally. I'm like my team gonna, you know what I'm saying? And I don't bring my boys to them situations because of that story, right?
Don't tell me.
So but they still kind of, once I rap, people don't like me, and that's fine. But
Yeah, but that's a good thing though. That's a good thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you
Yeah.
rap, people like, haters. When you
That
get
should
haters
be-
for your raps.
That
then-
should be food for you.
it is, and that's what this song is like. Fucking, I'm all in. Like I'm using it as fuel.
Ammo.
Like every time they want me to
It's
do some
ammo.
bad shit, I do more
Word, you
good
need
shit.
that.
You know, but it's also just as much like if my life is going this well with me trying to do positive, imagine if I put that energy into trying to be negative, I'd be freaking Fidel Castro. You know what I'm saying?
But you
know?
also want to put the right message out.
Exactly. I
I
want to be the right person too. It's like I'm not gonna put out a message that I can't show proof in and put in that I walk in those paths. You know, that's why that song is so different than Breathe, which is so different than Founders Freestyle, which is so different from Maracas. But if you listen to the album in its entirety, two of those songs are on there. But if you listen into it, you hear the story, it kind of just like flows from one to right after this, you hear all that aggression. And then the next record is Where They At with Stoop Boy C. And after that is True That, the outro. And that's just kind of like you can hear that I'm brushing it off, but I'm still kind of addressing
I'm
like,
gonna have to
I
run
want
through
the
that.
smoke. Yeah, I'll definitely play it for you. But
But shout out to Frankie Face, who couldn't be here today.
Yes,
I don't know, he
sir.
partied hard last night. So
he's a rock star.
what do y'all two got
He had
going
the
on?
hat on.
So I know, like, besides like
Should've
your
worn the
your
hat
own
to the
solo
party.
stuff, y'all and Frankie Face are working a lot together. I see that your YouTube's going crazy. So what can I expect from you and Frankie Face up and coming? And first of all, I want you guys to come back. I want to meet
Yeah,
Frankie.
definitely.
I want him up here.
Definitely.
So we had your whole squad, but
I
just
want the hat.
going forward, what could I be looking forward to from you and Frankie?
Definitely our next single coming out together is Understand. That's on his project, Social But I'm Distant. That's gonna be coming out before the year is up, but we definitely gonna be flooding y'all with Frankie Face singles. He got a lot of features too. He's on the Vibes record that we're about to shoot the video for. My album, of course, is coming out, Starter Kit Volume 1. Honestly, we're just gonna be going crazy with the shows, and like we got a lot of brand partnerships that we're excited about. We got a comic book coming out next year.
That's
It's the
dope.
Banks and Roses Society, like a little series.
I like that. That's
So
dope.
we're trying to, and we're trying to go all the way. We got
Trying to get
vinyls
different
coming
avenues.
out.
What's up?
We gonna do whatever we could do right now. I feel like
I'll definitely hold me down the vinyl. I got to collect.
yeah, I got you, brother.
Yeah,
I got
definitely cop that support. That's what's
you.
up.
Yeah,
though.
bro, Banks and Roses Society, banksandroses.com. We just working.
We'll be adding all the links to all the
Yeah,
bios,
I
so
really,
after this, you'll
I'm
tag me
really
and I'll
looking
be
forward to it. I
sharing.
know I just got put on to your stuff and stuff, honestly, but I'm looking
Breathe is
forward
cool.
to going back and deep diving into your shit
Gotcha.
and
Yeah,
and
same with
and
me,
to see.
because, the shit I heard today,
I
bro.
appreciate
it's
you. I'll send
insane.
y'all what we got. So there's a link that I got that I'm sending people.
Is there a video to breathe?
updated? Nah, I probably won't even shoot that until 4. Right now, it's looking like Vibes is up next with my guy right here.
We're getting
Then we-
busy.
You know, there's a bunch
and yo, and the thing with you, with those songs I heard, it's like usually when you got some artists, like all of the videos, they got similar vibe because the music got similar vibes.
Right,
But
right.
with you, like
He has all
every single
different
video,
genres.
every single
Yeah.
song,
It's
everything
different.
is completely different.
Right,
So
right.
you
That's
know,
what I like about
like
it
you
too.
got songs which we can shoot as the run and gun video, and then you
Right,
got
right.
the shoot where we need some deep storyline,
Right.
which
Definitely.
is, you know,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah,
or
appreciate
a
you,
club,
bro.
or cry in your car alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like I could go
facts,
to a
facts.
club and I could
Yeah,
not
yeah.
shake my ass,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? Or I could like go sit in my
And-
car and cry by myself.
There's-
And like you're saying, if you know, even though that those songs are so different,
But
but
they're all
then
positive,
on
too.
the album,
Right,
everything
right.
is
They
like
kinda cool.
linking together.
Exactly.
This is great, you know, because
Appreciate
it's not easy, you know. I think it's not easy to accomplish it, you know, with that, you know, with
Yeah,
those, you know,
so
Nah,
different
it's not easy. It's definitely a
Because
difficult
it's making a
task. Definitely
story,
difficult.
and that's
Yeah,
the best
exactly.
part of being an
Yeah.
artist. That's what I was telling him outside. I was like, if it says a story and I could really hear real things about people's life, then I'll listen to any genre that you
Right,
have for
same.
me. So
Yeah.
like you,
That's why
that's
we
I
do this.
asked
Like
you.
as a fan, you know what I'm saying? That's why
Like,
we do this. We
that's
just
why I
love
asked
this
you, is
shit.
this
I'm
something
fine,
that you
bro.
really went through? Because I want to hear what you really went through. Because like in some of your songs, you're expressing my pain of things that I went
Fair.
through. So you're advocating for a lot of other people besides myself.
Facts.
If I'm the one admitting it, there's a lot
Nah,
of
I
other people
appreciate that.
behind that, you know?
Appreciate
Yeah,
So like things that you have said in these songs, especially Breathe, like I could say 1,000 things that I felt in that song.
I feel you.
I rolled back and said, "You just gave me chills."
Yeah,
like, you know
nah,
what
that
I
means a
mean?
lot.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm being honest. I would have just, like I said, sat here and said nothing and said that shit was fire.
I feel
That's
you.
it. But I'm being honest. The vibe is everything,
Yeah.
and I feel like
definitely
we attract a certain vibe to the show
Nice.
too,
exactly.
because it's always been good vibes here since
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
like
yeah.
started.
Negativity attracts more negativity. You know how it works.
Yeah.
And like
you know? It's
literally, no one would think we're all tied together, but in one way or another, like we're all working together
Right.
to do something.
exactly,
you'll all see soon.
exactly.
Well, a big
But-
shout out to Staten Island Artist because
For
he
real.
stay connecting
You're
people
really plugging the dots right now.
for sure.
Yeah.
For
We
sure.
shopped out to the Maracas release for the live stream as well. Just came in and got like the artist was coming in, and my favorite line from it is, "I know you, you don't know me," and then he will not tell you who he is. So he looking at me, I'm
Yeah.
like Batman, bro. I can't say nothing.
I love that it's like such an incognito thing, and I know
Yeah.
since he's like 13.
And he really is supporting these people. Like he'll say it, and then they'll walk away, and he'll tell me, "Yeah, no, he got
Nah, he
this record,
supports
this
Bernie
record.
hard.
You should be
Near or far,
Word.
because I'm a little
Yeah,
mad
nah.
that he ain't here right now.
Nah, but he
But
was running
near or
around.
far.
But he got me here. He woke me up.
I'll be with him.
Yeah.
I'll be
He's
with
like,
him
yo,
in an
I was like,
hour.
yo, my alarm, my fault. Da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll be
like,
with him
he
in like
making
an
it happen.
hour. We'll be chilling in like an hour. So
Yeah. We
To
live
the
in
back
Jersey. You
cave.
say record in Jersey. Where in Jersey you record?
yeah, why weren't
it's-
we invited? Too?
It's honestly it is like it is the back cave. Like it is private property. It's like in a
Mm.
ranch kind of thing. Y'all are invited. Y'all
Are we
coming.
not
Y'all
like those
have
type
to
of
come.
people you bring
No,
around?
y'all coming.
Nah,
And-
but
and
yeah,
I want our
Bernie's
next.
do-
Can
trying
we
to do
can we
the
do our next
BTS.
episode or like another like? Can we do something
Well,
out
I'm
there?
kinda-
Can we bring
the-
Joey? Like
We
The
do
the
smoke
Bernie's
champs
View
instead of drink
YouTube
champs.
channel is definitely trying to
Smoke
do some
champs.
behind the scenes.
Under
Like I'm
the
trying to
table.
keep the
Okay,
show
okay.
on Reflex,
Yeah.
and then my own YouTube Bernie's View YouTube channel is gonna be like all BTS type
Nice.
shit.
Which
So
we're gonna have a launch
definitely
party
would
the
love
end
to
of,
come like
September.
see the
Okay.
process and record
Oh,
the
yeah.
process of how
Yeah,
how
pull up.
you and your
I
producers
would
and
love for
everybody
you
go
to pull
about
up
it
before we finalize the album.
for sure.
You know
Make
what
that
I'm
happen.
I would love
For
for you to
sure.
pull up this week at SOBs.
Yeah, it's on my calendar. I got you.
I know.
Um,
You too.
Yep.
Coming.
Or
Just
We
let me
gotta
know.
talk
If
to-
there's a
we
specific
gotta talk
ticket
to
link or whatever, let me know.
Mr.
So I can send it to my
Incognito.
team.
we'll
Yeah,
send it
I'll
over,
send
yeah,
you
for
the.
sure.
I'll post it in my story today. You can repost it.
Okay.
I'll
perfect.
tag you and everything.
Perfect.
So
But,
I hope everyone has a happy 4th of July.
Yeah, happy
I'm
4th,
signing out.
everybody.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy the rest of the
Everyone be
weekend.
safe. No drinking and driving.
Word,
Yes,
please.
Uber. for life.
Yo, and if y'all gonna hit the barbecue, make sure y'all stream Maracas by Starter and Frankie Face. It's the only way.
Oh, we're gonna be playing all weekend. I'm gonna be playing it all
Play
night.
right now.
And don't be like my man from the Giants that blew his fingers off a few years ago.
Word, y'all. Please
Be
be
safe,
careful.
out there.
safe and happy 4th of
All
July.
right.
No drinking and driving.
Yo, Breeze Digital, I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you coming
Thanks,
through.
bro.
Starter, appreciate you.
Appreciate you having me.
Best co-host
Oh,
in
and
the world.
happy
Thank
7
you.
years being married.
Tomorrow, 7 years
Hey,
married. Yes, happy
congratulations.
anniversary.
Nice.
Yo, we out. Bernie's View. We out.
Yo.
Reflex
Happy
Radio.
Good shit. good
Thanks,
shit.
bro.
I
That was
would
dope
like
as
woke up tomorrow and not realize it was my anniversary because it's Monday.
Yeah.
fuck.
I really want to.